On the same day as egg collection, the men are required to perform the easy bit. They are given a small pot and are escorted to a room where they must provide a fresh sample of semen.
On egg collection day, I'm going to do my part. I don't remember if Davina was somewhere or I was somewhere, or like where I went, or how I got to where I was going. But I remember I open the door. There's a corridor. Then there's like a definite feel, atmosphere change as you go from where all the women seem to be to this small pocket of the clinic that's the man's bit.
So the room that I had to use to do the easy bit, as it were, it was a little bit like what I would expect a man cave to be. There was a television there on a TV unit and a DVD player. There was a black leather chair and a footstool. There was a basin. There was a toilet. Next to the toilet, there was a bidet.
Dimly lit room off a corridor with no windows. A wash basin, a hatch, and a sofa, and not much else really. It was very clinical. It was very right. Just do what you need to do and get over it.
It was a small room with a couple of chairs, and actually we'd had a consultation process in the same room to sign the consent form for the egg collection earlier, which was bizarre.
I open the door and I go inside, and it's a really small room with a seat that has a plastic cover on it.
I went over to the TV unit, opened up the cabinet doors on there and found a couple of DVDs. One of them had a title something along the lines of The Revenge of the Busty Brunette.
And then on the wall, there's like a newspaper rack. And in the newspaper rack, there's a selection of pornography.
I remember there was some Gardener's World magazines on the top, which was really bizarre when you're thinking about what you're about to do.
I didn't use any of their material that they had, but I did have a look, and the pages were sticky.
What always got me was the fact it was off the corridor. You could hear people walking past, and to know that behind the small hatch was a team of doctors, and when you'd done your sample, they would be there to whisk it away and do what they needed to do with it.
I'm not going to bluff anyone or be naive enough to say I've never done it on my own before. That would be just stupid. But to have to do it in that setting, under pressure, with a timescale on the line, when you also know somebody else knows that you're doing it, is, not something that you can ever get used to.
I always remember the hatch where you put your specimen through had a sign there saying, please make sure you're fully dressed before you put the sample through, which all I could think of was someone obviously has not been fully dressed when they've put that sample through, and a poor embryologist has seen an eyeful. So I remember having a giggle and then realising that the proper magazines were underneath the Gardener's World in another box, which I only found out afterwards.